Cabinet Secretary for Tourism Phyllis Kandia has assured private and local investors in the tourism sector of the government's support and enhanced security for their investments. Kandia's assurance follows Saturday's attack on the Westgate Mall here in Nairobi by terrorists, which is feared to have led to the loss of millions of shillings.
Security forces early this morning said they had resolved the terror incident at the Westgate Mall and were mopping up the building for any weapons and arms cache before leaving it to the public's access. Business along the mall had been affected, with schools and offices in the vicinity remaining closed for the better part of the day, awaiting official communication of normalcy in the situation. Players in the hospitality industry have also urged tourists not to cancel their trips to the country over the terror incident at the Westgate Mall after establishing that security forces had contained the situation.
This is an isolated case that has been contained. They are doing the cleanup right now, and I think we are going to get a press conference given by the President himself on the situation.
In the travel and tourism industry, our research believes that $5.3 billion actually are tied up in the travel and tourism industry here in Kenya, which is about 12% of GDP. So it's a big industry, and we're responsible for something like 600,000 jobs. So you can understand that anything that happens in a country like Kenya that could possibly impact tourism is a big concern.
Kandia termed the attack as an isolated case which should not worry investors in the tourism sector, which contributes slightly over 5 billion shillings to the economy.
Investors within the tourism sector, the hotel industry, that put in a lot of money into this sector, have given their own view, which is independent of government, of the actual situation in the country right now. It's really, really important that it goes out there that things are running as normal in Nairobi and any other parts of Kenya, in Masai Mara, in Tsavo, in Mombasa.
People have gone to work today, businesses are operating normally. So as this incident comes to a final conclusion, my key message is that it should not have any impact on travel and tourism in Kenya, and that we need to work really hard, private sector with the governments around the world, to make sure that there is no dislocation, that travel and tourism follows its path.
She was speaking during the annual African Investment Forum that has attracted slightly over 400 delegates from all over the world.
We have 5 of our developers flat out speaking with investors about investment in hotels to support Kenya and Africa's tourism.
Michael Geshoke for Channel 1 News Hour.